Hi guys, Tito here with the recap of Africa Day Fest, which held on May 25th. Now the day was a series of numerous events that were hosted on the app Clubhouse, and the day began with the Africa Day edition of Good Morning Africa, where the speakers discussed the history of Africa Day as well as their visions and their plans for Africa, especially as it concerns socio-economic development. From there, we're free to move on to other Africa Day Fest events on the Clubhouse app. I personally moved on to the PR and communication for African Female Tech Founders event hosted by Claudine Moore and David Idagu. There, they talked about the strides of the PR industry on the African continent and their contributions, as well as efforts to try and include more female tech operators and workers and founders to help them create their own narrative regarding what they do on the African continent. Another room on the schedule was titled African Podcasters and Their Cultural Impact, and this was an event that I was particularly looking forward to because, for one, podcasting is really big right now, and secondly, the keynote speakers at this particular event were all African podcasters based outside of Africa, so I was keen on seeing how the conversation would go. In that room were podcasters like Tabitha Njeri, Dubai Dennis, Hannah Baba, and Ekua M. The conversations in that room provided great insight on how podcasting can be used in various ways to draw attention to both contemporary and obscure issues that relate to Africans both home and abroad. Another fun Africa Day Fest event was titled BTS, TV Production and Music in Africa, where production and media professional Joby Bakama shared his experiences working in media both in America and on the African continent. He had the room mesmerized as he shared stories of when he worked on the set of the hit TV show Friends, and also when he worked for Pierce Brosnan's production company and when he worked for the movie director John Woo. He also talked about the role that diversity and inclusion played throughout his career, especially when he was in America. Other speakers in the room were Wiseman Ngubo, Phil Cord, and Songezile. The room, tagged Ghana's Beyond the Return, was a focused discussion on Ghana's current international efforts to try and help Ghanaian nationals based abroad as well as foreign nationals to visit Ghana more or to move back to Ghana if they so desire. It was a deep conversation on the private and public sector efforts to try and help to improve Ghana's tourism as well as investments in Ghana. The main speakers in the room were Del Titus Bawua, Diallo Sombri, and Annabelle McKenzie. Other interesting rooms and conversations at Africa Day Fest were making agribusiness sexy to young people, the use of technology in advancing the tourism industry, and the way forward for Africa, the Pan-African Meetup, and lots of other phenomenal rooms and conversations with African development at their core. Now there's also the Africa Day Fest photo booth where attendees could go and take some themed pictures to remember the day from, and there was also a room to chill out and listen to some sweet African beats. Africa Day Fest was a fun and enlightening one-day virtual event with over 12 hours worth of programming, and it was really interesting and innovative to have experienced it on the app Clubhouse, where the language really is about making new connections and leveling up. If you didn't attend Africa Day Fest, well, you missed a good one. I had a blast, and whether it's physical or virtual next year, I'm already looking forward to Africa Day Fest 2022.